Hello and welcome to the Tarka Zone. Thank you for joining me. Today we're playing the game Meet Your Maker, and we're in the workshop today, and I'm going to show you the Dead Man switch on second wave. This will make sense to you as I start building this thing. I am learning quite a bit of information and getting knowledge from the community as a whole, and especially with the YouTube channel, I'm able to get information or people give me information through that the comments. So I'm able to provide updates to things that I didn't know about in my previous videos. So hopefully when we evolve through the workshop here, we're all learning at the same. All the correspondence that I've received through comments have been very, very promising. People have been giving me some great information. So today we're going to do the Dead Man switch on second wave. I'm going to show you how that works. I'm going to put that block there. Actually, I'm going to put a different color block there and we'll get this started. We'll do the blue. Okay. Let's pretend that this blue box is the prize, is this thing that I got down here. Let's pretend it's this, okay? And that people need to take it. And once they take it, it would activate the second wave, right? So I'm going to put this here. And I'm going to do this. All right. So I'm making I'm making a room. Actually, we'll make the room, to make this work, we'll make the room a little bigger. Okay, so there's the room. And the prize is there in the center. So how this works, let's hopefully I can get it to work without too many problems. We want an enforcer. We want to put the enforcer here. All right. And then what we need to do, we need to put a temporary block, and we'll put that in white. We'll put a temporary block here. We'll put a corrosive cube on top of that. Boom. And then what we need is another block, and we'll go with the white. Actually, let's go with the blue, just to help it. We want to go R here. We want to flip this around so it's like that. All right. All right. And then we should be able to get rid of that block now. What we want to do is we want to put this corrosive cube on second wave. So it's on second wave. All right. And we want to put this on Dead Man switch, right? And then what I want to do is I want to get into here and just actively walk him forward. And that's that. And then I am, well, let me just make sure that I confirm that. I'm going to walk him forward. Actually, it might not. Well, let me just redo that. I'm gonna have to play with this for a sec. I'm gonna walk him forward just so he falls in the right spot. There we go. And then confirm that. Okay. Oh, okay. I took away the block prematurely. I think that's the. So let's go back into there and put a block there. I think I need this block here to do the pathing right. So I'd walk him forward and I'd fall there. And then I'd complete the path. All right, I've got to figure out how to complete the... Okay, let's try that again. I think I've got to I have to do I have to time it right. So I'll push him forward at the same time I'll hit F. Okay, I'm hoping that works. And then I get rid of that. Okay. So let's test this thing And what's great is people told me there's a test from here button, which I wasn't even paying attention to. Okay, so that's a block. That's just a standard block because it's second wave. Now, under testing, I can hit the G to cause the wave to happen. Oh, so he's not doing what okay, he's not falling through like I want him to do. So let's just let's go back. Yeah, he's not following through here. So I'm going to move him forward. No. All right, so moving forward, I gotta get him past. For some reason, he doesn't want to auto complete the. Do I need to put a block? I might need to put a block here to make this work. And I'm sorry that this is messy, but I might have to put a block here to make this work. Well, it looks like he's going down there now. Look, it looks like he is doing that. So maybe it's working. Let's test it. We got to get rid of this block here. All right, so let's test it now. So I'm standing here. I pull the prize. Will he'll go down there? There he goes. That's it. I'm sorry that was messy and dirty. It just I've only done this a couple times, and I'm learning as I go. So what that does is it creates a detonation, like an automatic it destroys himself. And let's just test again from here. All right, so you would not see this. I mean, we'll hit G. So I'm here. I'm going to grab it. I'm going to hit G. I just collected it, and it's going to come down to timing too on how you move, how smoothly you're able to get that guy to move forward. I obviously had some difficulty with getting its pathing. And so I play around with it. But what you would want to do here is to make this effective. To make this a hell box. Because there's only one way in and one way out of this room, right? So what you do is you set that up around the room. And if you time their movement correctly, as soon as I grab the prize, every single one of those trigger suicide crazy fools will drop down, kill themselves, and then you'll be dead. And the only way that you can survive the massive drop of these enforcers is to have the shield on you. So if you don't own the shield, or you don't have the shield to proc, you're pretty much not going to be, you won't be able to complete the map, because these things will fall down quicker than you could get out of here. And that's the stick with it. You basically, you set them up. Let's go here. You set them up. And just remember, each one of these cubes you need to put on second wave. You put every single one of these cubes on second wave. So that they will all look like bedrock when people enter the all right. So those are all on second wave, and now we're just going to test it from here by just hitting T once instead of holding the T down, because that's what I was doing in my other video. Is I was holding it down and it would put me back to the beginning. I was like, well, why can't I make a waypoint? So here we are. So it all looks like bedrock. So I'm going around here. I could have other things in here to get people's attention, but if I hit the gamite, take the gamite and do that, again, the timing on that guy could be better. And he falls down into the, so you just need to play with the timing a little bit. But here, what we want to do, you want to set, oh, I'm actually putting him in the wrong spot. So I haven't had my coffee this morning, so my block placement is oh, what have I got there? Is that the, oh, that's the wrong shape altogether right there. Oh, I keep on hitting that key, and it's the Q key that I'm looking to hit. I keep on hitting R when I want to hit Q. All right. So basically, you set those suicide drops here. I think what you've got to do is for the thing to run correctly, you do need to put a block temporarily here, so that you can do the valid pathing. Okay, and then you just remove the block. So for that to path there, I don't, okay, so for that to work, I have to actually be on the outer edge. So actually the monster has to be on a block that he can stand on, right? So let's get the enforcer out. So I think I have to be on this block at least. And I'll mod him with the dead man switch. And then put the block in, and that half block would be there. All right, that's how it would work right there. And then you'd have to make sure, okay, we don't need this block here, because this block is the block that we need temporarily, would need to go here, right? For him to, yeah, jump down. So now I should be able to path him Did he path? Okay, it looks like he did. So let's go down here and move that. Let's get rid of this one here. Get rid of this one. So just doing the, okay, it looks like he's, so let's just test this. Oh, I tapped, and you would block, they wouldn't see those guys up there. You would make sure that you couldn't see up there. So you'd come in here blind. There's nothing going on. I'm going to grab the prize. I grab the prize. And again, it's going to be timing with these guys. Perfectly getting the timing right, which is going to take a little tricky, but it's possible to do. And basically, the bodies just fall in and do a mass AoE. So if you set it up, so it's if you set it up so that it's if they come down quick and you're in a room like this, I mean, there's many applications that you can do with this, but it's got to be in the room where they grab the Genmat, because it's only going to happen then. Because if you're doing this in other places of the base, they're going to fall in and there's not going to be anything there. This is basically a gotcha trap. This is like a spook house kind of thing. It's a scare. It's like all of a sudden the ceiling changes to the cubes. And the reason why you're doing the cubes here is for two reasons. Is for the second wave, so that it looks like bedrock, but the creature dies between the fall through the cube and hitting the ground to the ground. It causes it to die, and then the dead man switch goes off. So if you time this correctly, and I'm not doing this gotcha with two, that I could be doing it better. I could be doing the timing better for this example, but I think you've got the gist of what I am telling you here. If you do this correctly and you set this up correctly, then really there's only a few kinds of things that can. The shield is needed, I think, or even the placement shield, I think, is needed. Now, to really maybe help with this a little bit, maybe you put, and this is just theory crafting here at this point, put one of these in here, and then you put these on self-destruct. Because what's going to happen is, I believe the AoE, now these will be effective to get people's attention in this room. It'd be a nice little death trap. So if somebody comes and destroys these, they're on self-destruct, they might die from the self-destruct. And if they proc the shield, they'll be with, well, if you proc the ground shield, the one that's on the ground, these will be within its circles, and you'll still die from the self-destruct. So I've seen that happen quite a bit, is people will line, self-destruct. Okay, people will line this room with these self-destruct, these things there, and so basically it becomes like a double death room, because if I'm in here with the self-destructs, if I destroy these, they're going to self-destruct, and it's going to be compound, because one will blow up, then the other one will blow up, and then the other one, they'll start blowing up. Plus, when I grab the Genmat, then the other thing is, these things are going to come down, they'll blow up, then they'll blow up. I mean, it's just like a double dip. So let's test it. So I'm going in here, I'm going to speed run it, I'm going to grab the Genmite. Well, they plasma hit me, but all the creatures are falling down. Everything's blowing up. Okay, they didn't get that side, but that side blew up. And the reason why the other side didn't blow up is because we didn't have one of the triggers falling through here. But if you've got one of the dead man switches falling through here, then that other side, they will self-destruct too. It will be just a death hell pit. And there's definitely ways I think you can combat it. But if you've got people that are unaware that you've made this setup, then you can really get some deaths in this little housing box that death box I've created, with pairing the dead man switch with the sentinels on auto destruct when they blow up. All right, that's it for today, guys. That was a workshop dead man switch, second wave dead man switch. That's it in a nutshell. I apologize, it could have gone a little smoother, but I think you get the gist of it. I hope the video finds you well. Happy gaming. Thank you for joining me. This has been the Tarkus Zone.